This is Birth Chart Basics, Episode 3, Rising Sign versus Sun Sign versus Moon Sign. What's the real difference? Think of it as your daily pace, your lifelong plot, and your emotional weather. I'll show you how these three voices harmonize and how to use them to plan a single, better day. Think of your chart as a house with three master keys. Your rising sign opens the door. Your sun sign turns on the lights. Your moon sign sets the temperature so you can breathe. The rising sign, your ascendant, is how you meet the world, your starting pace, your natural approach, and the first impression people feel. It's the handshake, the posture, the way you enter a room. It also draws the floor plan by setting every house cusp, which is why birth time accuracy matters. A few minutes can shift the angles, and a shift in the angles can move the action to a different room entirely. Find your chart ruler, the planet that rules your rising sign, and note its sign and house. That placement is your steering wheel. When life gets noisy, you grab that wheel. The ruler's house tells you where to take action, and its sign tells you the style that works. If your ruler is visible and strong, you'll feel at the helm. If it's hidden or under pressure, your navigation improves when you create systems that support it. Either way, that planet explains what right direction feels like in your body. Your sun sign is your storyline and fuel source. It's the plot that lights you up when you honor it, the reason your life wants to be awake. The house your sun lives in tells you where to focus for vitality, visibility, and mastery. And the aspects to your sun describe how easily that light flows. If the sun feels dim, you're probably feeding everything but your main plot. When you bring attention, time, and practice to the sun's house, your energy rises naturally. Sun in the first house wants you fully present in your own skin, strength, voice, and authorship. Sun in the second needs steady skills, real value building, and the courage to price your work honestly. Sun in the third thrives on conversation, writing, teaching, and the small daily moves that add up to a body of work. Sun in the fourth renews you through family, home, and inner foundation. You glow when your base is sound and meaningful. Sun in the fifth needs creative risk and willing visibility. Make things play, perform, and love out loud. Sun in the sixth burns brightest through craft, service, and health rhythms. Optimize processes and let practice be your teacher. Sun in the seventh lights up through partnership and reciprocity. You're learning the art of the mirror and the power of agreement. Sun in the eighth gains vitality from depth, work, trust, and shared resources. You become a keeper of secrets and a translator of complexity. Sun in the ninth expands through learning, travel, publishing, and belief. Make your philosophy practical and portable. Sun in the 10th glows when you lead, contribute, and own your lane. Reputation isn't a costume here. It's the residue of real contribution. Sun in the 11th shines through community, causes, and long-range plans. Build networks and aim the spotlight at the ecosystem, not just the individual. Sun in the 12th needs incubation, retreat, research, and spiritual practice. You create best when you protect white space and let the unseen do its quiet work. The aspects to your sun are instructions, not verdicts. A supportive tie from Jupiter can feel like warm tailwinds. Growth follows leadership and generosity. A square from Saturn asks for structure, patience, and standards. The light is still there, but it's earned through discipline. An opposition from Neptune invites vision and compassion, but warns against fog. Ground inspiration in craft. A trine from Mars brings courage. A square from Uranus brings restless invention. A sextile from Mercury wants you to name and teach what you know. When you listen to the aspect, you stop fighting your own weather and sail with it. Your moon sign is your emotional blueprint, how your nervous system returns to safe and steady after the day's demands. Think of it as your internal thermostat. When it's set well, your mind is clear and your warmth returns. When it's neglected, mood runs the show and everything feels harder than it needs to. Fire moons reset with movement, play, competition, and bold goals. They need sparks and a little healthy risk. Earth moons restore with order, proof, touch, and tangible progress. They calm when they can measure what's working. Air moons need conversation, writing, fresh ideas, and the breeze of perspective. They regulate by naming, connecting, and reframing. Water moons need privacy, honesty, ritual, and spiritual connection. They heal in safe spaces with real feeling and a sense of meaning. The moon's house gives you this stage where regulation happens best. A third house moon steadies through daily contact, journaling, and short learning loops. A sixth house moon finds peace in routine, meal prep, checklists, and the care of the body. A ninth house moon breathes again when it reads, travels, prays, studies, and stretches beyond the immediate. A 10th house moon is sensitive to public feedback. Work and purpose must feel congruent or the heart won't rest. Notice also the moon's aspects. A tie to Saturn may prefer predictable rituals. To Neptune, music and meditation. To Mars, sweat and decisive action. To Venus, beauty and affectionate connection. Feed the moon first, and everything else follows. Clarity, productivity, and generosity are easier when the system feels safe. Most of us are a blend that looks contradictory on paper and brilliant in real life. A Capricorn sun with a Gemini moon and Pisces rising can be ambitious, versatile, and compassionate all at once, building durable systems, needing mental play, and arriving with empathy and imagination. A Leo sun with a Taurus moon and Scorpio rising brings creative leadership, loyalty, and an intense presence that moves rooms. A Virgo sun with an Aquarius moon and Sagittarius rising mixes precision, originality, and appetite for horizons, refining details while championing bold ideas and new frontiers. You don't have to choose which you are. You choreograph them, harmonize your mix with a simple daily loop. Begin like you're rising, care for your moon, and choose one sun-aligned action before the day ends. Open the door with the ascendant's pace and posture. Set the temperature by giving your moon exactly what it asks for. Then, with the room ready and the body steady, flip on the sun and do one thing that belongs to your main plot. For compatibility, start with the basics you can actually feel. Moon to moon tells you if your nervous systems can co-regulate. Do your comfort languages make sense to each other? Rising to rising shows pacing and approach. Do you walk at the same speed, or can you agree on a metronome? Sun to sun points at purpose alignment. Do your central plots complement or collide? Add Venus and Mars later for chemistry and style, for the taste of love and the heat of desire. If you want to go deeper, notice whether two charts are day or night and how the benefics and malefics behave accordingly, but always come back to the lived feeling. Can we calm each other? Can we move at a shared pace? And do our missions make room for both? For timing, remember that many horoscopes track the sun by sign, useful for broad themes. But your mood follows the moon. Track the moon's sign changes for a quick read on daily tone, and watch transits to your angles, ascendant, descendant, midheaven, and IC. For external changes you can feel. Keep a special eye on transits to your chart ruler. When your steering planet is contacted, life asks for decisions, redirections, and course corrections, and you tend to notice. Notice, too, your progressed moon sign every few years as your inner season shifts. A progressed new moon begins a fresh 29-year arc. A progressed full moon brings peak visibility and harvest, and each progressed sign change updates what your heart needs now. Try a 7-day experiment to make this real. Day 1. Write your rising and chart ruler sentence. I'm rising in this sign. My ruler in this sign and this house means I steer by this. Place it where you'll see it in the morning so you remember which wheel to hold when choices appear. Day 2. Take one action that feeds your sun's house. Something you can finish today. Something that leaves a trace, however small. Day 3. Give your moon exactly what it wants for 30 minutes. If it's fire, move. If it's earth, tidy and complete. If it's air, talk and write. If it's water, feel and pray. Day 4. Track how your mood changes as the moon changes signs. Jot one sentence morning and night and see what repeats. Day 5. Schedule your day using the rising sun-moon loop. Open the door like your ascendant, or regulate like your moon. Then ship the one sun-aligned action that keeps your plot alive. Day 6. Share your observations with a friend and ask for a mirror. Ask them when you seem most yourself, when you seem off, and what they notice when you're doing your sun. Day 7. Lock one weekly habit for each of the big 3. Pace for your rising, mission for your sun, regulation for your moon, so the loop continues when the week ends. Along the way, keep noticing small refinements that make a big difference. If your chart ruler is retrograde, give yourself review cycles and second passes. You'll drive best when you build in time to rethink. If the ruler is in a cadent house, allow for learning and iteration. If it's angular, expect life to move when you move. If your sun is square Saturn, design constraints that help you win. Deadlines, mentors, measurable standards. Don't wait to feel ready. Work to feel ready. If your moon is tied to Neptune, build rituals that are nourishing but grounded. Music and meditation paired with a glass of water and a walk. If your ascendant is fast by nature, but your ruler prefers depth, schedule sprints followed by recovery. Don't judge your rhythm, design for it. You can also use repeated signals to know what's headline and what's background. If your annual perfection points to the 7th house and you keep seeing transits to your descendant, while your solar return emphasizes relationship themes, let that be your year's thesis. Learn the art of the mirror. Upgrade your agreements. Practice the boundaries that let intimacy deepen. When multiple techniques sing the same note, that's your cue. Put resources there, time, attention, humility, and courage, and you'll feel the sky and the schedule cooperating. Remember, the rising sets the room, the moon sets the mood, and the sun sets the mission. Begin at a pace your body says yes to. Soothe your heart so it says okay. Feed your purpose so your life says forward. If this helped, subscribe for deeper dives and monthly worksheets. Leave a comment with your big 3 and one habit you're adding this week, and share this with someone who's ready to go beyond sun sign astrology. Your chart is a conversation with life. Keep it going. Until we meet next time.